Good morning, everyone. We're going to be talking about your capstone. So what you're going to be doing is you will be completing a 6-page paper exploring characteristic symptoms, prevalence, causal factors, treatment and specific disorder that you're using from your DSM. So we've gone over different types of disorders. We've talked about anxiety disorders. We've talked about depressive disorders. We've talked about PTSD. We have talked about schizophrenia. So there's various types of disorders you can choose from. Okay, you are going to incorporate in this paper both recovery-oriented principles and Christian principles, and also take into consideration cultural dynamics. Okay, so the paper, you will get to pick someone to do the paper. So you will be clearly outlining what the diagnosis is, and as well as what you plan on accomplishing the paper. You are going to talk about the characteristics, the symptoms, how often, all the factors, the DSM factors. At least 8 academic references are used beyond just our textbook, right? So look at your academic journals, things you have access to. You're going to look at recovery-oriented principles. At least 3 recovery-oriented principles are included. If you were talking about Christian principles, and of course in APA format. Also, I want to go to learning activities, week 8. Okay. We don't have a discussion board, so literally you're just focusing on the paper, okay? So here is the rubric in here, and what this rubric does is it tells you like how we break down the grading, and we have to grade within the rubric for the capstone. And so take a look at this. This will help guide you for your paper, what it looks like to get points in the 90 to 100%, 80 to 89%, things of that nature. I know this is basic, but I would suggest reading over your paper before submitting it. That's important. Also, the paper is due not on a Sunday, it's due on day 4. So that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's next Thursday the paper is due, because we have all the grading to do, and then we have to submit grades before the next session starts. So just a heads up about that. I want you to make sure you're aware that of when the assignment is due. I hope this is helpful. Again, just follow these prompts and these steps as far as what you are to accomplish in the paper. Pick a DSM diagnosis that you feel comfortable to write about and talk about and find research on. That's important. And I believe that's it. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to email me. I hope you all have a good day.